awesome. You've never looked better. Good afternoon, everybody.
Oh, boy.
How was your weekend? Mine was awesome. Oh, glory be. No fan base in America deserved that fate more than you. There you go. You're Messiah the whole off season. I got to listen to all this crap. There you go. Good. Sit and spin. Oh, baby.
And I got a front row seat to this.
Oh, we begin a Monday. What a beautiful day outside. What a beautiful day inside.
It is a nice day, nice blue
Oh, I
skies.
can't wait. I can't wait to approach this because a week ago I gave you the state of the state.
You did.
I gave you tone setters. And it was very simple. And part of it was I don't want to hear any excuses. Now, just because your coach is a crybaby who bitched about the officiating, yeah, I'm not playing that game. Crew was bad both ways. Don't want to hear it. No narratives. Don't want to hear about next year. Don't want to hear about the past. We're living in the moment. And the moment is we're 7-0. And you're not. If you think I'm getting on these airwaves and will apologize for a win, you're crazy. We got a fortunate break, and we took advantage of it. Thank you very much. Your coach, your blessed Messiah, who none of you will criticize, who no one in the media seems to ever take to task, yeah, that guy, Harbaugh, Jesus Harbaugh, go blame him. Go blame your Messiah as to why you had a gunner when no one was on him. Why you didn't have everyone accounted for up front on the punt. Why after a timeout when you know MSU's coming after it, when MSU has almost blocked not one but two punts previewing the game, why you're not in max protect. Oh, but that's okay because Jesus Harbaugh just threw his punter under the bus after the game. Yeah, that's the guy I want to line up and play for. Look, O'Neal screwed up. You don't think him knowing they had unaccounted people for played a role in that? You look at the line of scrimmage, go watch that play. And believe me, I'll watch it the rest of my life. You didn't have anywhere near enough people to block anybody. It's a rugby-style kicker. You're inviting pressure as is. And you've got a gunner with nobody on him. MSU has nobody returning the kick, so you'll already have protection problems. So you know who should get a lot of the blame? That's right. Vince Lombardi, Bear Bryant, or whatever the hell else I'm supposed to believe that you've hired. I think Jim Harbaugh really screwed the pooch at the end there. Didn't like him going about the officials, and I sure as hell didn't like the fact he didn't protect his player. And if you think I'm going to come on, what do you want me to tell you? Of course you have to get lucky. MSU got very lucky. Doesn't change the fact I thought MSU was the better team all day. I warned you what would happen when you faced a quarterback who could actually throw the ball. And if MSU came out on the short end, I believed it was because of our own special teams ineptitude. We don't have a kicker right now. And that's how you were going to escape 23-21. I've seen Nebraska on a way to a championship get a kick ball, save the season. I've seen Miami on a way to a championship, block a punt with 30 seconds to go, and score on it. I saw Auburn get not one but two of these types of acts of God in back-to-back weeks on their way to playing for a title. I will not apologize for it. And if any fan base deserves it, it's you. Because all you do is talk. All you do is disrespect. Well, good. Karma's a bitch. You want to spit on our players as they walk into the stadium? Cool. You know, you got a bunch of dirtbag fans flipping off cameras, treating people like garbage. Okay, good. Perfect. You don't want to pronounce our coach's name right? Cool. Sweet. Now you know it because it's tattooed on your face. I thought it was delicious.
D'Antonio.
And I stand by it. I don't understand how Harbaugh could possibly, after a timeout, come out with that protection on that punt. You put your player in a bad spot. And whether Harbaugh had designs on faking it, which is something he's done in the past when he was with the Niners, there was no one on that gunner. Whether he had designs on telling Blake O'Neal to do something he never does, which is to actually catch it and just punt it, versus the rugby stuff, Nothing matters to me. He didn't put the kid in a good spot. It's his job to do so. If Brady Hoke or Rich Rod or Lloyd came out and weren't in max protect and that kick gets blocked or that kick ends up the way it ends up, you would murder them. But see, this is part of the problem. Harbaugh's a great coach, but he's not a deity. But the cult that is Michigan fan has turned him into one. Explain to me how you're not in max protect. Go ahead. I'll be here till 6. You got what you deserved. So let's rock and roll on a Monday. I'll listen to whatever you have to say. Probably not going to agree with it. 248-539-9797. Your ticket text 97136. Let's party. Yes, Terrence.
The other thing is 4 guys released. They were going upfield.
To cover what? What were they covering, Terry?
No, there was nothing to cover.
So explain it.
There was one Spartan that went downfield, which I thought, maybe he did it in case there was a pass to that one gunner. But 4 guys released. So there was no max protect. Yeah, it was a huge error. However, it was still one of the most flukish, and this was probably the play of the year.
Mm-hmm. It's the kick 6.
Mm-hmm.
There's no denying it. There's no denying it.
Unbelievable!
Yes, it was. It was. I didn't believe even what I was seeing.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think it's very rare where a whole community is stunned both ways.
Right, but you know what? Listen, man, it's something where I've spent my life watching the good teams get breaks, whether it be Nebraska, Miami, or certainly the Auburn stuff we talked about. And it would be Michigan State losing a game like this. I mean, I've seen Michigan State lose a game on a blocked field goal.
And a block punt.
Right. I've seen it. I've seen MSU lose games in despicable ways. You gave us the opening. We took advantage of it. And MSU worked on their punt block all week. They almost got to 2 of them earlier in the day. So how, once again, Jesus Harbaugh gets out there and doesn't have that team in max protect, you will not give me a good reason for it. So while everybody wants to send death threats to this poor kid, he made a mistake. He knows he made a mistake. There's nobody who feels worse than Blake O'Neill. But it doesn't help when the coach throws him under the bus, and it doesn't help when you don't put the kid in a spot to succeed.
Right. And Blake O'Neill is not from here. You know what I'm saying? He's used to playing a different type of game, kicking in a way that most punters don't. They want hang time. Blake O'Neill is trying to find a spot to pooch it so that there is no return. It's a different style that he's accustomed to.
How you put him in a position where, hey, Blake, we don't have enough people to account for what's coming at you, and it's not even close. You had 10 Spartans, 5 Wolverines up front, 5 go free, 3 to block 5. Your numbers are way off. And the fact that you had a guy out wide with nobody on him when MSU didn't have a return man anyways, you now are -2. You're already going to be -1 if MSU brings everybody. Mm-hmm. Now you're -2. And nobody wants to talk about that.